Gather round, it's that time of year. The IshCon Toy Convention is finally here. From May 16th to the 18th, collectors and geeks, let's all take a leap. Oh, rejoice, rejoice, let the laughter flow at IshCon's Wonderland, where the good vibes grow. From vintage to modern, there's magic in the air in this toy-filled paradise.
Welcome to Figure Fight Club, where collectors come to play. Discussions from Valorverse to hot toys shape our collective way. Pour a drink for yourself, collect your thoughts. Join us on this journey in action-packed talks. Join the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like a break.
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
As you guys
How's
could
that?
already tell, this is a pre-recorded show, and you said that was loud.
I know I was laughing at that intro, all the new graphics and stuff. That's pretty funny.
I mean, it's us in cartoon form. AI has got it straight.
No, just one of the pictures where it's just cut off. That was funny.
But I didn't want to show the other two people in the pictures. I was just like, why not? But again, welcome to the chat here who are watching this. This is a premiere video. It is not live, obviously. The club is closed, but we are still going to have some fun. And then, we know the normal people will likely be in the chat. So Roll Keeper and everyone else, thank you guys for being here. Yeah, and we'll definitely be checking out the live as well when it's premiering, just to, chit-chat with you guys. But we have a special guest here tonight. We're going to go ahead and play some music for him. We're going to give him... I'm going to give him this music because I really like the theme of this music. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. Let's welcome Mr. Art.
What's up? What's up?
How you doing, Art?
What's up, guys? Well, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing good,
Doing
man.
good.
Doing good. Thank you.
It's early
again
for me.
It's very early, dude. I had to call this guy. I was like, dude, it starts at 3:00. You're not up yet. It's 2:40. Let's go.
Dude, my I thought I had set an alarm and my phone was like just dead, and I was like, oh shit. I didn't know if when I woke up, I didn't know if it was 4, if it was 5 in the afternoon. I had no idea what time it was when I woke up,
man.
No, I
man.
get it because I went to sleep around morning just because I'm a third shift person. So it's
Yeah. I
it's
used to do third
relatable.
shift a lot. Yeah.
See,
It's
I
on
was
me.
up at 8 a.m. this morning because the kids were jumping on my bed.
The Rugrats.
There you go.
The Rugrats. Yeah, no, and my wife had to go to the gym too, so I had to watch them. So it worked out well, I guess. But now they, yeah, exactly. Like,
Here's your iPad.
essentially, I was like, no, I didn't give him any screen time, but I did. I gave him cereal. I was like, here, you guys eat some food. I'm gonna drink some coffee because I need coffee.
The bare minimum.
Yeah.
Here's food.
Here's cereal. Here's some muffins. Enjoy.
I'm going back to bed.
Exactly. Again, Art, thank you for joining us as part of this pre-recorded. We like to call this the lounge, where we just kind of get to know you one-on-one. It's like the empty arena, right? Like there's no one there to watch you unless until we host it live. But it'll be fun to just kind of get to know you. So you've been around for a long time, it seems. So kind of tell us your journey in action figures.
It seems. Well, collecting has always been a part of me. I mean, ever since I was, of course, me growing up in the 80s, because I'm an 80s kid. Turtles and G.I. Joe. That was my mainstay. Of course, when X-Men, Toy Biz X-Men came around, that's where I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. This is very cool. So I was, as much as I wanted to like buy as much as I can I would have an allowance from my parents. I would go to a Toys R Us, a KB toy store. Around me was a Kitty City. I don't know if you had Kitty Cities.
Never heard of
area.
It sounds interesting, actually. It's part of the discussion today, actually.
It was basically a Toys R Us, if you can think of it, and they had walls and walls of the same stuff that Toys R Us would have.
So not just walls of kitties. different sizes, colors.
There was always something to pick out from. It's amazing, and I always enjoyed it. And every time I'd be like, "Oh, I know I don't have that figure." So, but I was also one of the weird kids that was like a card back. I would open it very carefully, pull out the tray, and when with my toys, I would put them all right back in and slide them in. And my dad actually slat wall, and he got these peg hooks at like a flea market, and I put all my figures on in my own bedroom.
That's cool.
So you have like
cool.
That's ridiculous.
Had, like, a store. Essentially, you had like a store inside your bedroom. That's pretty dope.
Right. Every time I was done my toys, I was a good kid, and I cleaned up, put my toys away. Every time it was always that awesome feeling. It was like I reopened again whenever I went to play with my toys. It was ridiculous.
That's cool. Okay. Yeah.
That's where I started. But then when I, going into high school, kind of just down. Girls kind of got in my head.
Yeah, I was gonna say girls, right? I mean that's the normal.
A lot of people say they switch from collecting figs to collecting phone numbers.
Yeah, see, that's what it was. I went to like 5 proms in junior and my high school years. It was ridiculous because
But did you still have your display? Did you still have like the display up in the room, or you?
My peg hooks. Yeah. My peg hooks were still up.
Okay,
they were still there. I always looked at them, but never played with them in a way.
Yeah.
Going into college though, Toonami into my life, and anime was huge. I had no idea. So cool, and I met future friends that saw me. How do you not know what anime is? Because they were of the Asian community, and they've had tapes of this stuff from like 10 years ago. I was like, well, this is brand new to me. I've never seen this stuff before. So that's where Dragon Ball came into my life, and Gundam came into, and I started collecting here and there, like the Jack Specific and Dragon Ball figures. They're like statues, but they were still cool. And then I started into Gundam kits because I absolutely loved Gundam Wing when that came out. So it was very cool, and I think my main shopping experience was from Suncoast Video because they actually had that merchandise.
Nice. Shout out
Sam Goody.
Suncoast.
Yeah, Sam Goody had that merchandise too. So always into the mall. So and then from college, it kind of just stuck with me stuff. I learned about Ben Presto statues and things like that. But I was more of the statue person because of how like Jack Specific was, if Labs were. And I never looked at articulated figures because I saw, all the different cuts that articulation makes that kind of ruined the sculpt for me. I always had the vision of I love statues more because I can always find something has a great pose or a great action shot of them, and it looks amazing. And I never had to move them around or anything like that. It was only until I started YouTube in like 2017, watching toy stuff and getting into action figures all over again and seeing, the cool thing to do with it. And when I started my YouTube channel, toy hunting was my niche. That's what I always enjoyed doing. And I did it with my kids. I did toy hunting videos with my it didn't really, go to the point where I had an audience, but it was just fun to do until I started to really dive into hardcore collecting. And I think that was around like 2019 where Marvel led #1, and it just snowballed from there into this stuff back. But that's like my 5-minute thing for you guys for it all began. And YouTube just came along with the ride because it was just a way for me to and open up myself, because I looked at YouTube as more of a tool to be able to speak out, to help me with work, because I would always have to do a lot of tutorials and things for my work and be able to present to my audience as well as present to my managers and my bosses. And YouTube kind of helped me along with that. Be able to, speak in front of a camera, speak in front of people, and
awesome.
It's a cool thing. So, but now look at this. I'm 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's ridiculous. That's just.
That's amazing, dude. Congrats on that for sure.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned you were going hunting with your kids. How old are your kids today?
The kids are 14 and 12.
14 and 12. Do they collect too?
No, well, when I started with my kids, my daughter was into Shopkins a lot. She still has her collection of Shopkins. It has turned into Miniverse, and Miniverse is that acrylic, not acrylic. Well, you know what I mean. Like they can create stuff with it. My son, Roblox, has never faltered away from it. It's always been Roblox. So from toys to the video game, it's been a consistent thing for him. And my daughter, same thing. We've never strayed away from what.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I hear Roblox is like stupidly popular. Every person I know that has kids is into Roblox. Like it's like a phenomenon.
My older one has mentioned it once, but he's more into Minecraft and like the whole dinosaur crave. He's in the Jurassic Park, and it's all about it.
Roblox is all user created video games. That's what it is.
Oh,
so
that's why they like it. Yeah.
My son got into coding when he was 7. He learned all the Minecraft coding, and he's learning all the back-end coding through the Roblox.
That's actually really cool.
Designer on his laptop. So he's a lot of stuff with that. It's crazy. He wants to create his own video game, but he's doing it all on his own.
Stay on top of that and push that, because
exactly.
There's big money in his future.
There's big money in coding for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. My wife does a lot of data analysis and coding as well, so it kind of falls in there.
I mean,
I work with coders every day.
Yeah, I work for a tech company, and I know what I pay those coders, so I get it.
We just hired one fresh off the Indeed, and I do the payroll, and my boss is like, here's what he's gonna make, and I'm like, that's more than what I make. I'm like, well, come on, man.
Yep. Yeah.
So what's all those goodies behind you right now? So what do you collect today?
You got a lot of interesting things.
Yeah.
Number one has always been Marvel Legends.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever strayed away from Marvel Legends. The only thing I strayed away from MCU Marvel Legends, which I got rid of 75% of them, and just focused on comic. The G.I. Joe Classified series is number 2.
Okay.
And everything else kind of just litters in between the 3, 5 to 10 spot, because it goes from
I mean, I see 4 Sentinels back there right on top.
Those are the cheap ones, the ones that I got from Ross. But Mythic Legions, I might have to say, is number 3.
So you're a Legions collector.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Legions collector.
It's funny. I heard you were at Legions Con set up with a booth there, and I was at Legions Con as well, and I was going through my videos to see if I caught you in any of my videos I recorded there, which I didn't.
I could be wrong, but Abi, did you buy a hot toy?
I did. That was you?
That was me.
Wow.
That's why I was. See, I don't think it's connecting to him that he's. That was my hot toy.
Yes, I did buy. Yeah, I bought the Mandalorian from you. The Mandalorian and Grogu.
See, look, I connected. I was like, I know who he is. I don't know why he's not clicking in.
Wow.
Well, shit.
We had a whole
like an ass
10-minute conversation about.
I know. I came back to you 3 times.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like an ass.
It's all right.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the Mandalorian. It's nicely tucked away in my closet right now.
There you go. As most boxes are. What else? I mean, Epic Legions, a little bit of Cosmic Legions here and there. Jada Toys might be more because I've nearly collected all of it. I think I'm missing one
Jada
Street
Toys.
Fighter figure.
Which one are you missing?
The Palmart exclusive Ryu Player 2 version.
It was on Amazon for $30 recently.
Oh, trust me, I was at Palmart at Frankenstein, and I was like, crap, I have no more because I bought the exclusive.
Well, do you open them?
I bought the guy, huh?
Do you open the figures or do you just leave? Packaging. Okay, so that's what I do. So like when I went to Legions Con, I brought a suitcase to check in, and then I bought a bunch of Alaverse figures, and I just started opening all of them. And just saving the card backs, and then like the actual figures go into Ziploc bags, and I'll roll them up and
just
nicely
to make more room.
Yeah, just to make more room in my suitcase. Yeah, and then I check that shit in and shipped it back.
I wish I could do like that, but content. I got to hold on to at least the packaging for the
because you got to show the whole experience from the
whole
beginning.
Thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Figure Arts also in here. I'm now back into Gundam model kits.
Do you have the time to make them?
I know, but I have been one so far, so it's pretty. They're pretty awesome. I own
about 4 or 5 different model kits, and I still haven't opened one to make yet.
Yeah,
and I own like the women, though, like the little. Oh, right there. Okay.
Right here. These white boxes over here. Those are model kits, but there's one on the bottom. I forgot all about it. It's actually a female figure, Vivian. Which I don't know if you might know about that one. I didn't realize I was buying a model kit. You have to build her. I had no idea.
What is it?
Bought it. Yeah, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Gonna fall.
I was expecting a bigger box.
Oh, it's a big box.
It is big. He's very far away.
Oh yeah. I used to have that one, and I didn't realize it was a model kit, and I returned it because I was like, nope, not for me.
Yeah, I was like, wait, it's a model kit? It's like, oh crap, I gotta build this thing, and I was just like, oh, okay, it is but you get all the accessories. Did you see all the accessories?
It comes with like the lounge chair, like the table, the umbrella. Yeah, it has a lot of cool stuff. Yeah,
you know the thing is they're cool because I have a few of the Kamen Rider model kits, and other than the weight being like they feel like nothing, like you can't tell like when you put them together that
they're like put together.
Yeah,
they come with a lot of fun stuff. I actually bought that one itself, but as soon as I realized it was a model kit, I was like, dude, I have 5 already sitting that I haven't touched, so this is gonna just be added to the pile. So I was like, no, I'm good.
It is absolutely added to the pile. This was a purchase. God, I think this was 2024, but because I had no time, but now
they take a minute to put together for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. So I have this model kit I bought from BBTS. I think I knew it was a model kit, but I'm a big fan of like the whole ancient Egypt stuff. Mm-hmm. So the box was literally like bigger than like the screen, my camera size essentially. It came with like a mech Anubis. It came with like one of the females, like one of those sexy females in the Egyptian garb, and then it had like a big throne, which
nice.
It has the throne had lights and everything built in. So I almost want to pay someone to make it just so I could pose it on my shelves.
I'll make it. I'll do it.
There you go.
You pay me to make it.
Yeah. But
here's the difference though, is I don't think and correct me if I'm wrong, Art, but like even in because like the Gundam kits, they're like have like ratings on them of like the difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah.
Like I forget what the letters are, but most model kits that I've know about are all like snapped together. I know some of the like the model planes and some of the more advanced like cars and vehicles, they still use like you have to tediously glue them all together.
Oh God,
That's right.
If it's anything like that, no thanks.
I don't think
if
it's like that.
together, I'll mess with those. For
I
sure.
mean, it's just like what he was holding up, the Vivian. It's just like that.
Yeah.
But it's just it's a Mechanubis with a Egyptian chick, and then a giant throne that has lights and stuff inside of it.
Yeah. Bandai Gundam kits, they use glue. Everything is snapped together, but they're very, very meticulous. Like you could be very heavy-handed in doing it, and like break all the pieces apart to put it all together. The is that you're going to see all those broken snap-off pieces from the grids.
Yep. Yeah.
Figure, and then it looks unsightly. So there's a lot of people using sanders, using all kinds of stuff to make sure you those plastic areas that won't show in the figure itself, and it takes a lot of time. And if you're good with that, then
you have to be very patient, right? You need a lot of patience
level. Yeah, I snip the sprues to get the clean, but then I just start snapping them together. But I've watched YouTube videos of guys where they do all that. They not only do they sand everything down, they go in and patch all the seam lines and make it look like flawless. And I'm like, I wish I had the patience to really elevate my kits that far, but I don't.
That would only happen is if I didn't have all this crap back here, and I'd had all the time in the world to do that. No,
I mean it does make like a difference to the naked eye, to put all that extra effort in it, and then especially where they airbrush them and do all that and just make it like extra, like holy crap, and panel lining and all that. It's really cool, but you got to have a lot of time for that. And a decent amount of skill, for sure.
100%. I see. Is that pop boxes as well back there? So
it is.
Pop. Yeah.
So when I started YouTube, I also was collecting pops as well because, again, I wasn't in heavy with action figures, but pops were fresh, and there was just a variety of them. But these pops I have are my only ones left, and they're autographed. So cool. There's Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's dope.
There's
so you met Margot?
Yeah, I met Margot.
I'm jealous.
New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con.
Okay. You're in the Philly area, right? You live in Philadelphia?
I don't live in Philadelphia. I live like an hour north of Philadelphia.
Okay.
I was born in Philadelphia though.
Okay.
Let's see who else. Charlie Cox, Daredevil. Bliss,
that's cool.
Of course, wrestling. Trish Stratus, wrestling. Becky Lynch, wrestling. And
so you're a wrestling fan
I
too?
can't remember her name. Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Sweet.
That's cool. Wrestling so do you like wrestling figures still?
Not as no. It's too much, man. I'm so happy I kind of got out of it. I have some stragglers left behind because I still love the character or the person or who I don't want to let it go yet. But there's part of me is like, just let it go, because what am I gonna do? I still have the packaging, of course. So a couple ultimate left. A few AEW chases that I'm just like, okay, whatever, but still have them. They're behind that other side. Who is the female actress that played Jean Grey in the Days of Future Past?
Oh,
her Game of Thrones.
I know you're talking about the redhead.
I don't know.
Well, she's not redhead.
I can't remember her name for some reason.
I know what you're talking about, though, yeah.
But
yeah,
the graph right there. For her.
Nice.
Is it under Phoenix or is it under like the Game of Thrones?
Under Phoenix.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, under Dark Phoenix, actually. And I have other on that side. There's Star Wars Black Series that are autographed from the Ahsoka series and the Mandalorian series. So
you do a lot of the autograph collecting too, then?
it started as one because I wanted to, and then it just kind of snowballed. I got an opportunity to work at Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim back in like 2022, and cool. I'm a lot of the actors because I actually worked with Epic Photos to organize and help with, you know, queuing the people, ringing people, stuff like that, and then just helping the talent with whatever they needed. Got to meet a lot of those people, and at the same time I was like, oh, I have these figures, and I can get them autographed.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, I started the journey of collecting autographs a while ago, mostly with wrestlers because I'm into wrestling. So I had like Paige, Sasha Banks, and all that stuff. I sold most of them, but I'm pretty sure I have a Dixie Carter sitting somewhere in my shelf. Yeah, and then also Jerry Lawler autograph somewhere in my collection. But I have autographs on my walls of like 8x10s and like photos and stuff. Like a bunch of autographs. I remember my first experience with wrestlers was from Wizard World Philadelphia, and TNA was just started. Like they just started. Jarrett and everybody that was a part of that breakaway WWF at the time. Yeah. And they were just touring all the show. I remember meeting Jeff Jarrett and so many other wrestlers there that they were just promote, and it was all free because back then autographs were free. Yeah. You didn't have to pay for them. I think I still have those photos too. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, like I've met Charlotte Flair. I mean, I think I'm wearing a Charlotte Flair shirt right now. I met Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch. I've met Paige twice. I met Sasha Banks. I met Kevin Owens. So I met a lot of I think Chavo Guerrero. But came to one of the local wrestling events. Oh, cool. So I met a few names for sure. But like today is I'm actually collecting different type of autographs now. I'm collecting Toymaker autographs today. I think Wade. I have a Odious. I have an Odious figure with Wade's autograph on. Oh, wait. I have like
he mostly collects Bobby Valverse figures or autographs. I mean, like 50 of them.
I have a lot of Bobby. I have like not 50. It's more like 47.
Yeah,
Bobby Vala.
Well, yeah,
I have a shit ton of Bobby Vala autographs. Yeah, he signed my pink Vanguard. I have like Trigger and it's like random that he signed. Then there's one more I think I have too. There was the Mythic Legions. Ishkan exclusive figure from last year, or at least it was like the event exclusive, and I bought one of those and had Ish sign it, and had the rest of the 4 Horsemen people sign it as well who were there. And then the one at Legion's Con, they had the Snake guy, and I had the 4 Horsemen people sign that too, which I'm going to do that as a future giveaway.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's up?
Bobby's?
What's up?
I have.
I'm trying to think.
Oh yeah. Bloody Pandora. He signed mine. Bobby.
Bloody Pandora. That's a good one too.
I think the first signatures I collected from a kid. It was. I still have the book somewhere. I don't have very many books because I don't read. But it was like high school. Probably like freshman year or something. At our mall here at Crabtree Mall, the Hardys had just put out that book, their first book they did, and me and my friends, we skipped school and went to the mall and stood in this like 3-hour long line, and it was at the bookstore, and we got to meet Matt and Jeff and Lita were all there, and got their autographs, and they had those. I was so obsessed with it. They had the necklaces they wore with the little HB logo on it. So we got the necklaces in the book, and we didn't take those off for like the whole school year. Like we like slept with the necklaces on. Like we showered with them on. Like they started like rusting a little bit. Like, you know, it was cool. But to see them at such a young age was pretty sweet. And
that's really cool.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna just refresh my page just because I feel like my internet's having funny issues right now. So I'll be right back.
That's cool. Yeah. Your neon sign that's so nicely on display right there. Is that something you just like customed from like the internet or?
Yeah, my wife actually surprised me with that on Christmas. And she found an on Amazon, and she went to like 2 or 3 different quotes through this guy until she figured that this was the right like neon colors to put on that. And I was like, this is ridiculous. So it was a great gift for my wife.
That's pretty sick. So you had no idea. You just opened it.
No.
Like, oh shit.
It was a huge, it was enormous. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
And it was slightly heavy, but it came with all kinds of ways to mount it because it's got different holes, and it also came with a chain if I wanted to hang it. I was like, so it's really good.
Yeah, that's sick.
That is. Let's see. So we talked about what you like collecting today. Is there anything that you just refuse to collect now? You kind of mentioned wrestling a little bit, but not the refusal part. It's just too much. But what else? Is there something you dislike? I guess. Let me ask that question.
Dislike, not necessarily. I think I'm just not collect 3 3/4 at all. I'm just, there's no need for it anymore, especially with the scale of 1/12.
Sorry, Chad.
And then and 1/6 as well. I mean, I have 4 Hot Toys remaining out of like maybe the 15 that I had. So, and those I think I'm just keeping out of, just personal reasons, because I enjoyed either the actor or it was a gift, things like that. So everything else, comes to certain toy lines, I just don't know if I'll ever get into it. I tried Mafex. I don't have any more Mafex. I just bought the one and I sold it. Not that it was good. It's just my Marvel Legends is a much more robust type of collection.
Yeah,
characters from that I just don't need a high-end import figure represent the character on my shelf. I'm just like,
I get that. I'm still traumatized by Mafex from back in the day when they not first came out, but whenever I got into them. I still have like the Wonder Woman from like Justice League, or not even Justice League. It was like Batman vs Superman, and like it has like that ragdoll effect. Like you just pick it up and you just start shaking it, and it's just like flying everywhere. Yeah. And it's like, dude, I didn't even handle this thing at all. And a lot of this older
bootleg, and you don't know.
Well, they didn't make bootlegs of Mafex back then. Today is probably a different story, but back then
they might. Have.
But a lot of that, this wasn't like just a one-off. Like a lot of people had the same frustration back in the day. But like I have all the boys Mafex figures that are out today. And I haven't opened them yet because I'm like terrified, because I love the way they look sculpted wise, but like I don't want to be disappointed by the plastic. So I haven't opened it. That's what I've been told. Like
at one of our barbecues, we had Tristan had the Butcher out, and I played with it a little bit, and it was pretty dope. Like it was what I would expect from Mafex. Yeah, I have a lot of Mafex there. I've had one from what you're talking about. I had the Joker, the bank robber Joker that comes with like the clown mask, and that thing is it's a piece of crap. But every other Mafex I have since then has been fine. Other than you just have to be careful with them because they're not toys; they're high-end collectibles, and I broke the wrist on one of them. I just snapped it right off because I wasn't paying attention, because you has a ball joint, and I just snapped it at the peg. It was so sad. So right now my Storm is just limp wristed. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, it's I guess it's a matter of taste of what you want to collect. You know, like you're into Marvel Legends, like that's one of the things that I had said goodbye to, and I collected more MCU than like the comic stuff because I never really was into the comics growing up. So I did more MCU stuff, but even then I was just like, I'm kind of done with this. Like it's just, to me, it doesn't feel like a good quality figure, so I'm done. That's why I mostly collect Mezcos at this point.
No, absolutely, I understand. I used to. Ryan was a big culprit for me collecting because he kept saying how good, and I was just like, but it's soft goods. Like I don't. At that time, I'm like, what's the appeal of goods? It just doesn't make sense. It looks weird to me. Until I bought my first Mezco, which was, I think, the Gold Skull Ninja. I was absolutely enamored with it. It is the most amazing figure I've ever had in my collection. And then it just snowballed. I was like, I got every Gomez after that. Everything Rumble Society I bought. I didn't bother with any of the Marvel or DC stuff. It was all Rumble Society, and I loved it. The soft goods were, all the accessories were incredible. The movement, like all the joints of a figure, is smooth. It's so good, and I went down this hole, and I was like, it's just way too much. And surprisingly, my like 20 plus Mezco figures is now down to like 3.
Oh wow!
I got out of it because I'm like, I will keep my favorites in terms of Gomez characters, and as much as like some of the newer ones that have been showing up, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Like Doc Knock was one I should have bought, but I'm like, I have no reason for it. There's nothing.
That's a really good Doc Knock, though.
I absolutely agree with you because I know it is. I'm very familiar with
discipline. Because if you don't have that discipline, you're just gonna wind up with just so much randomness like that. I mean, there's already like the lines we collect today are gonna be infinite going forward with shelf space and everything. So if you can figure out like little justifications to stop certain lines, it's just gonna help with space in the long run, inevitably, until it fills up with other stuff. But
that's 100%. So just like you, like I went a little ham on Mezco. I did all of it though for a while, Marvel, DC, and then even like their movie ones, and then Rumble Society. I found myself like today, like more recently, I've been getting rid of, like I had like 3 or 4 Casino Gomez. I was like, why do I have 3 or 4? I don't need that many. So I just started selling a lot of stuff, and I got rid of most of my Gomez figures. I think the only one I'm keeping is the Lone Roach. That's the only one I want to keep. All the other, like I bought the new one that just dropped too, the motorcycle gang one.
The biker,
the biker, and let's see how it is. I mean, I'll probably end up keeping it just because I'm probably going to get rid of my other ones, but we'll see. It's all like, we'll see what happens in the near future, I guess.
Oh, of course.
But like even like recently, I've sold a lot of my Wolverine Mezcos. I've sold a lot of my like the Fantastic Four set. I sold the Doom. I've been getting rid of more Marvel than the DC stuff since I prefer DC over Marvel.
See, I prefer Marvel over DC.
I get that. That's the thing.
I like both. I have enough room for both. I need both.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing too. Like but like so you mentioned Mezcos and but you haven't really mentioned like a line that you don't like yet. Is there a line that you just refuse to buy?
Well, McFarlane.
McFarlane, I'll cherry pick. I will cherry pick based on the character, but as a figure itself, it's so different from anything else that I collect that I just don't like it. Does that make sense to you? Like it's made very differently from everything else that we're accustomed to when it comes to as well as imports. It's just weirdly in my hand. It's not. It's just. I think maybe it's the way it ratchets. I mean, which is good. I think it has some good qualities when it does ratchet, but it just feels off. Like there's
it feels like an inferior product, basically. Like
But I will never doubt his sculpts. The sculpts on a lot of his figures are absolutely wonderful. His character choices I will always question, but it's just I would want me to pick a dislike. It'll be McFarlane.
Okay. I mean, again, a lot of people say that that's a normal response. I mean, I don't mind McFarlane because I have a shit ton of them too. I stopped buying them today, just like the Legends, but I kept the ones that I already know I'm not going to sell at all. Essentially, like
White Knight. That's what I kept. Batman the White Knight storyline. I absolutely love that line. So when he started making figures for it, I was like, oh my god, look at that! And I was so dumb that I bought this stupid Batmobile, and I love it because I never thought there was a White Knight Batmobile, and I'm like, god damn it, that thing is amazing. Just
I was actually just going to ask if you do the vehicles.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah.
I have some of the vehicles from McFarlane as well, and I don't mind those just because, like, the Desert Tumbler? You could use that for Battleverse.
Sure, I can see that.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the only vehicle I don't have from him is the Desert Tumbler, but I have all of the other ones, and
you have all of the other ones.
Wow.
Even the giant Batwing, like the huge one.
Good for you.
They take up so much space. Right now, the Batwing is on my refrigerator on top of it, just because it's like a landing pad. That's just where it is right
now. So, Brandon, do you have the Joker vehicle too?
So it's on sale right now.
Is it really?
Half off. So I'm gonna go pick it up probably later today or tomorrow before the sale ends.
Two, buy me one too. I'll pay.
Well, they're on finding it in person is probably going to be hard because each store had like one, but it should be on sale online too.
On Target,
Target,
yeah.
They're still all over my Targets. I could easily pick it up, but I don't collect as much as if I were to buy the Batmobile, the animated series Batmobile, probably get the Joker one just to have it together.
Compliment it, yeah.
And I could the Batmobile because it's at my liquidation stores for like $40.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to put
the new one. The only thing I don't like about the re-release of the animated Batmobile is it's blue and not black.
Is it really?
But, yeah, it's like a dark kind of midnight blue. So he did like a running change on it just to, well, not a running, but he changed it just to, I kind of like set it apart from the other ones, but it's still really sick. Like I have it, it's right there.
I see it.
It's still, I mean, because the other one, if you go back, you're gonna spend like $100 and whatever, $200 on it because it's like retired. But yeah, it's still pretty dope.
Nice.
Yeah, vehicles they take up a lot of space.
Yeah, it's borderline insane how much space they take, and I only opened one so far. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I have a few McFarlane like Batmobiles and stuff. I just never see them. That's why, like, I don't know they're back there, but like I have them sitting at the bottom of my bookshelf, and then there's a couch right in front of it, so I never see it. But that's where they are right now. That's why I just never I was like, oh yeah, I do have them. They're just I don't see them. Eventually, I'll replace the couch, but no, I want to add I want to open the the Vanguards. I want to open. I have one Stinger open, but I want to open the other one that I have the extra of, and then I want to open the McFarlane vehicles that I'm sitting in my closet and stuff like that.
Did you or did you get the Dragonfly? The helicopter.
Did I get?
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I haven't opened it yet.
It's a massive.
It's pretty big.
I think it's like 2 feet long. something like that. Maybe longer, maybe 3 feet long. It's huge.
I don't think it's 3 feet, but it's definitely 2 feet for sure.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
I absolutely want to. I never had the time to do with these brown boxes right here, and I was going to do it during a live stream, but I was there's other things I need to take care of, and a lot of my live streams are made me to open figures so I could put them on a shelf, because God forbid if I never did my live streams, they would just stacks everywhere.
So that's why I like open mic night that we do on Tuesdays, because I just open a bunch of figures during the show, then I get to take those figures upstairs and like put them on the shelf. Otherwise, I wouldn't have time to open figures, and they'll just keep adding up in boxes in my master bedroom.
Yeah, I moved here with figures in boxes, and then I'm building new shelves, and I just, to get them out of the moving boxes, I just threw them all up on shelving, but it's taking up space to put open figures on. So like on a random Sunday, I'll just pop on some podcasts on the TV and just pull up a trash bin to like put all the stupid little scrappy little pieces and things like that you got to cut, like all the wires, and I'll just open like 20 figs and get a Ziploc bag and dump all the accessories, and just to make space, because it gets crazy. The longer you put it off, you have like 100 boxes you got to open, and then you just don't want to, because it's so overwhelming. And but you feel good after you do it. You're like, I accomplished something. So
yep.
The amount of garbage and trash though is insane. Like I filled up our dumpster with like 4 large, like 30-gallon trash bags of just like bullshit, like just figure garbage. Like sorry, sorry everyone else in the neighborhood.
That's why
I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the same thing. Like I've learned to let go my box packaging, because there was a point in time where I needed to hold on to it, and now I did make a video of it, me just like recycling them and work in a way that works best for me. So it's working. I'm gonna have a part 2 and a part 3 and a part 4 of like everything that's gotta just get thrown out, and it's gonna make up so much room in like the storage area of my basement.
Yeah, you know what hurts to throw away, or like is a Mesco box.
I've never done.
I've thrown away a few. I've thrown away a few of them. It like hurts your heart when you like start ripping it up, and you're like, you're going in the recycle bin, buddy. Like it's almost like
only hold on to those and Hot Toy boxes. Like
I don't think I could ever rip up a Hot Toys one. I don't think I can.
Yeah, anything high end or import, I have never thrown out. It's all domestic stuff. Like, nope.
I mean, most of the Mescos that I ripped up is like I own multiples of, so I was just like, I don't really need you. You're like my open version at this point. So
that's absolutely different.
It still hurts regardless. Like I'm ripping up a Mesco box right now. Like what the hell?
Well, since you collect mythics, I throw away I don't know if you've ever done like the Figura Obscura or anything like that. But even those nice packaging where it's like magnetic, like the has the Dio kind of scenery, like outer cardboard and all that, I throw all that away too.
Oh wow, mythics! I have not thrown out boxes yet.
You haven't thrown out any mythic boxes yet? Oh, dude,
no boxes. I still have mythic boxes. Yeah.
It's good if you can store them, because you'll definitely get like a little more, and if you ever sell them, because people like that kind of stuff.
I mean, or at least save the bio, like save the bio and the entry, the insert cards, because people like that.
Right. Oh, because I know how much of a resale value they have. And Legion's Con, I sold them cheap as hell. I had a whole like 10 figures. I'm like, I do not need these anymore. I had them all like $10 less than what the Horseman price was. Surprisingly, no one really wanted them. They did sell by Sunday, so it worked. There are just things really, there's no point in trying to like get some sort of out of these figures. If I could just get what I paid for or just slightly less, it's fine. It's not a big deal. And use that. my collection feeds my collection. I don't dip into my paycheck at all. If I have to get rid of something in order to buy, that's just how I have to do it.
That's a really good way of looking at it.
I'm like, yeah, no other way for me to really do that. And it, in a way, it's kind of like I know where I my time with a figure that I enjoyed, and I'm like, I can let it go now. I think the only thing that I have not let go is Legends outside of MCU. I am just, there are just these import figures that I just, this was an import play, but I knew I wanted it. I enjoyed it. Maybe like 4 months, 5 months down the line, I'm like, there's no, I don't need it. I'm just like, here we go. It was good at the time. Someone else now. And if I could get it for the price that I paid for, whatever. And then now I have funds to buy something I probably want next.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that where you think you've had your time with it and you've let it go, but then you see solicitations for like more figures from whatever cartoon, show, movie, whatever that figure was you originally bought, and then you've almost had like regrets, or have you gone back and rebought one you've gotten rid of to buy like the following figures coming with it that are on the way?
No, surprisingly not. There have been Marvel Legend waves that I let go because I sold them as waves, but I wish I kept the character from those waves, and then I would maybe rebuy that comic character loose in the line at a toy show.
Okay.
Outside of that, if it was anything high-end figure arts, I don't think I've ever rebought it because I'm like, crap, I shouldn't have.
I get that. Okay. Yeah. So
Abby's rebought figures like a million times.
Oh, dude, I mean, it's almost, I've learned my lesson at this point. Like, don't get rid of toys that I already know I'm gonna miss. So, like Marvel Legends, I won't miss. That's not coming back. But like Black Series, right? I'm a fan of Star Wars. I love Star Wars. It's always gonna be a part of me since I was a kid. So I've gotten rid of all the Black Series and bought them all back, got rid of them, bought them all back, got rid of them, bought them all back. I think I'm in my fourth iteration at this point. So, like, for right now, it's like I'm not into Star Wars, but I've also kind of realized, like, I only like Imperial stories of Star Wars. So I don't do prequels. I don't do, like, whatever the new shit is. But I like the Imperial stuff. So that's what I keep. Wrestling, kind of similar. Started with wrestling, got rid of it, then did it again, got rid of it, and now on my third stage, I'm just like, even if I get out of it, I'm gonna keep it because I know I'll probably get back into it.
Well, the good news is every iteration you do that, when you rebuy the figure, especially with wrestling, you're getting the better versions of the figures because they re-release them with like better articulation and stuff. So that's cool.
The Ultimate line has been amazing, dude. Like, even till today, I was on Kato's show last night, and I was like, a lot of people don't talk about the articulation of the Ultimate line, but they're probably one of the best articulated line figures today, like compared to like even Maximum Spider-Man.
Have they the ankles on Ultimates? Because I know in the past
it's still the same on the ankles.
Yeah, they have like the little gaps. Yeah.
I couldn't.
That's the one peg. That's the one thing they need to fix. But I love the fact that you could like switch out the arms into like jacket.
Oh,
arms
absolutely.
And
yeah. That was a great feature for Ultimate, and you cannot. I mean, Mattel and their face scanning tech, that it's absolutely phenomenal for wrestling figures. It's just they had fixed certain articulation, which is the flipping ankles. That was I couldn't stand the.
I mean, it's also the waist joint too, like the waist, right? It just spins left and right. If it was a ball joint, it would have been a perfect figure.
It was a ball joint.
You fixed
absolutely
the ball joint in the waist. Oh my god! Like hands down, the perfect figure. Also the neck. And I would like to get like articulation on the neck. Like that would be pretty.
And that's when Jazzwares did W. And they did all the stuff that I wanted out of a wrestling figure. I was like, but they cannot do faces at all.
And the amount of QC. I mean, honestly, the plastic on Jazzwares is it's different. Like it doesn't feel like a good quality figure. Like it really doesn't.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, like I've had issues, and they're like hollow in between sometimes, and like the chest is hollow, and I'm just like, man, I don't like this.
I will say that new Jeff Hardy they're coming out with looks like one of the best face scans I've ever seen on a Jeff Hardy ever.
You should see the ultimate one though. The ultimate one was really good.
But you've seen the new AEW Jeff Hardy?
I have.
It looks crazy. I mean, he's older.
You're referring to the single release, not the 2-pack.
Yeah.
Because the 2-pack is not good.
No, it's the single release one. I might scoop it just to put in the Hardy collection. I don't do the AEWs anymore, but
yeah.
And then they had that issue with the soft goods where like it bleeds onto the plastic.
Oh, I hate that too. Again, WWE had that same issue for a while too, though. But they corrected it. AEW hasn't corrected it yet.
Yeah.
No.
That's no bueno.
No. Now, I guess the main event. I want to be. We're almost going for an hour, so I want to spend some time on this. And the main event of this episode is also talking about the girly figures, since you are a big collector of those girly figures. And
I try.
I wish I had Ninja as well, because I know he's a fan of those type of figures as well.
I try. There are times where I held off and I regret holding off from 5K or Gundam it, or it is what it is. But I think it definitely started with it definitely started with Snail Shell, and having the boba tea, the milk tea girl, was absolutely wild. The articulation on this thing, and they've improved a lot. Yeah, they've improved their articulation a lot from the beginning of this figure, and it's insane.
That's actually one of the first figures that were actually tanned compared to a lot of the other bucks that were coming out.
Oh yeah. Like the other one I have, the assassin girl right here.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah,
I don't have that one. So
amazing. The articulation has
crazy.
They improved the articulation on this one from before, and it is ridiculous. The hips, and you can cross your freaking legs.
You know what? We're gonna supersize you, buddy.
So good.
That button. So that's the assassin. Yeah, I don't have that one.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one. I thought there was more accessories to it, and it enough, but it actually has interchangeable head because it comes with like a helmeted mask and an actual separate hip, because this has a feature on this one.
Is it a tail?
You can change and without a tail. So
interesting. Okay.
I mean, and they have the rolling eyeballs. You can change their eyes.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
In different directions, just like the you can stick it with. I had the recent Lustia figure where you can also change it too.
That's I have this one too, actually. That's the one that came with like the boots, with the calf boots, right?
The feet, yeah.
Yeah, the feet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have that.
So yeah, those are my only Snail Shell figures, and I did pre-order some, which I can't recall at the moment. I enjoy them a lot because outside of the sculpts, because they're anime-esque type of characters, the articulation is so good. Yeah, there she is, Lustia.
Yeah.
Are those like original characters, or are they like from something, like from a show, or? I'm
gonna original designs that Snail Shell has. I've never seen them through any type of IP from an anime or any kind of thing like that. So, but what started before Snail Shell was Joy Toy, which is weird.
The Frontline Chaos stuff.
The Frontline Chaos stuff, which I was like, what? And because it was like, wait, 112. What's happening here? Because Joy Toy is 4-inch.
Yeah,
Joy Toy is a lot of figures, but I got Rin and Lai right here.
That's a good
this
one
one's
too,
the mechanic.
Damn,
all the
Joy
clothes
Toy made that.
This is the Frontline Chaos line that they have. It's on Amazon. You can find it. They have a bunch of them actually. I don't know if I have.
They're just.
Maybe I do have.
They're
I don't remember.
Expensive. They're like $70 to $90, but they have some really articulation. Very smooth joints, and the soft goods are
awesome.
And I think this one is. I don't know if this one's Rin or this one's Live, but this was the sniper.
I have that one too. That's a good one.
Damn, that's cool.
The coat. Look at this coat. This amazing.
Yeah, that looks insane.
And color and all the buckles are functional. The zipper's functional. Everything looks great. And then, I did get.
Do you have the schoolgirl one too?
No, I did get.
No. That's
right here.
Wow.
She comes with a cool backpack with like the arms that come out of it.
Yes, because she's like a gamer type.
Yeah,
she has all these like.
Even the head skins. So if you zoom into the head, dude, that looks so good. They did a really good job with the line.
Right. Get the one that was the Deer Hunter.
Yeah.
The Deer Hunter is pretty cool. The problem with the Deer Hunter is that clothes are oversized, like the skirt, I guess. This is so baggy, like it just bunches up a lot. And it's not form fitting. Even the jacket is huge. You can see that it's just kind of overlapping her. But maybe that was of it. But again, the articulation on these is incredible. It's got
double jointed
everywhere. It's a ball waist, ball diaphragm. Oh, it's very smooth.
Because how Joy Toy engineers their stuff, like I bet you that's buttery.
Do you have like the vermouth and I'm trying to remember their names, but it was the dude and the girl. Yeah,
the student ones. I wanted to.
Yeah,
wanted to get them, but are they really? I
have them both.
Just because I think funds were getting in the way. I was like, I'm not selling as much, and I didn't have to get it. I'm sure I could buy it now if I wanted to, but there's other things down the line. I'm like, absolutely something I want. Here's the Hasuki. Have you had any Hasuki?
You gotta show me. I do. There's so many names out there that I don't remember this.
So this one, I meant to do a review on it, and I just forgot because I put it away, and I'm like, crap. This was the Shrine Maiden.
I skipped out on that one. I remember it coming out.
Yeah, this is actually an incredible figure.
So I bought a different one, the 5K Samurai chick, but she had the all dark, and then she had the double jointed, and then she had like the rice hat and all that.
Yes, any good stuff, accessories wise, the face sculpts, and every face sculpt has movable arms. It's insane.
That's awesome.
Like this is the Hasuki pocket art line. This was number 5 pocket art. But these expensive though. They always ask for like $90 to $100 for their figures. It's crazy. Versus like Snail, sometimes they can go as low as $40.
I've never seen a Snail Shell that low.
Really?
Never.
I think you got to get them you got to get them right off the rip from probably like Ami or something to get them.
Yeah, maybe because I mean I buy my stuff from 5K and they've never been that cheap.
The bunny girl is the one I missed out on. That's what I was like, crap. She was like $50.
This one, right?
Yeah, the one that came with the vehicle. Yep.
I have the vehicle right here.
That is going for like 90 now, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna pay that.
Yeah, so I picked up 2 of the bunny girls, so I have 2 of them sitting around now, and then I literally the vehicle I just picked up on Amazon for $20.
See, that's good.
How much was the? I guess her name was the Candy Frog hacker. How much was her originally?
Like, she was
90,
like 70,
80 to
70,
90
80
bucks. I mean, Amazon
Really?
has it for 80, 90 bucks right now.
Right, she's on Big Bad right now for 100.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's I think I like this one the most. It was really, really nice.
I have the nurse one too, and that's pretty fun looking. And the hat is magnetic on that one.
That's the bloody one, right? She's crazy looking.
Yeah, she reminds you of like a Harley Quinn type. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Loose Collector. I've always enjoyed his stuff. Loose Collector was always fun for me, and I was amazed like he's actually doing the comic book character from like Chaos Comics and beyond, like from what it used to be. And his articulation and sculpts have improved every single time, especially with series with like La Muerta.
La Muerta was a badass figure though.
Yeah,
that was a really
absolutely.
good.
And then
the one I got broke, but it was probably a QC issue.
did you get a replacement?
No, they had sold out by then, but they gave me a credit back, so I'll just wait till the re-release comes out. I'll probably get the red one. They told me to keep it too, so I could fix it. I just have to glue it back on. So
Was it the hip?
Yeah, the hip fell off. Yeah,
that came out. Mine came out too, so I contacted them and they sent me more so. So I was like,
oh, that's cool. So yeah, they had sold out, so they were like, "We'll just give you credit." I was like, "Okay."
And then like Chaotica and Lady Satanis, which is ridiculous. Who would have thought these would come into active form?
Satanis is sitting in my palette right now.
Yeah. Great. It's much more improved articulation than what it used to be from
the earlier loose collectors.
The earlier loose collectors like Vampirella and Purgatory and things like that. So this, I've always enjoyed these figures, characters. As a young man reading comic book, what the hell?
My only thing with them is like I can't get them to stand.
No, I have the black suit. I don't have the red suit one. Emperor,
black one.
I have that one though, but I just got this one. Yes, or Friday. Ugh. Get it without it falling. I just got this one. Let me.
Oh, the Frazetta Girls one.
Frazetta Girls one. This just came out. So this one, I literally opened this while I was on 3 POAs, members only.
Yeah.
And then she's got cake.
Oh my god.
It's a really good figure. I mean, the knees are still a little questionable, to be honest with you, but they did a really good job with the head and the proportions of the body. It's actually a pretty decent figure. Tiger was also very similar. The knees were questionable, but everything else was really well made.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say though, loose collector would take it, other than the cakes, like just for joints wise.
Yeah, or the joint. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, this is actually they did a really good job with this one because she goes down. Like you could definitely articulate this figure a lot. So they did a really good job. I wouldn't count just yet. Loose collector had its issues, honestly.
It does, because then when Vampirella came out, it's single jointed elbows and
it is only single. Oh,
yeah. His Vampirella was single jointed at the time.
I like her face better on that one.
This icon collectible, the Frazetta Girls one, is also single jointed though.
Is it really? Yeah, but look at his design. It's also somewhat weird, but it worked for its time. I guess I could say, because he did have double joints. Like Loose Collector's first figure was Darna, and I don't know if you guys know who Darna is.
I have no idea.
This
and
was
I've never seen it before.
Darna is a female superhero from the Philippines, which of course I'm Filipino, so that's why. So this, you could see there's pins in the elbow. He double jointed knees, but he had pinless at the time, so this was a big deal. He was doing it, but there wasn't much. I mean, he still did a good job with it, and then of course thing went from this, which the pins were gone from the elbow, which is not, still did some good work with his sculpts. Yep. No hip though, or ball waist, I should say. But then, she came out.
She was great. I had that one.
Still with the single joints, but the sculpts. But he did create some extra upper bite, and still more improvements in the diaphragm. So then when these guys came out, when these two came out with La Muerta, everything's clean. It was wonderfully executed, what he has improved upon on his articulation. So I can only imagine with his other stuff that's coming out, especially his other stuff, the burning fist or whatever, I forgot what it's called.
The fighting figures.
All the fighting figures, that's going to be incredible with what he's done, because he's shown off his articulation there. I'm actually very, very excited for those figures to see what he's going to do with that. I love seeing that progression from him, and especially from, again, because Snail Shell going from Boba Tea Girl to Lustia, that incredible change in how articulation was done.
I'm trying to hold these up. Oh. Brandon, can you switch us for a second?
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, those two.
The twins.
I missed out on those two. Yep.
Dude, I got this set from Tristan. We had mentioned him earlier. That's where I get a lot of my Snail Shell from. He just throws out really good deals. I got it for $85 for both of them.
Oh, that's incredible.
That's a great deal. Each of going for about like $100 each at this point. So.
Yep.
I think you guys have convinced me.
Those two are great.
I'm so behind on. I mean, there's other like regular figures that I'm behind on, but like this new realm, I only have a very small few of those style figures, and like I have Lady Death, and like that's it for Loose Collector as far as the females.
Sure.
That as most people know, but Art, if you didn't know this, all these figs behind me are McFarlane's, and I've been waiting. I've been amping up like reasons to dump them. It's happening. I've officially, right now on this episode, I've decided I'm liquidating all of the McFarlanes, and I'm going to catch up on a bunch of these figs and other ones, because that's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars just waiting to be converted into something else. I have like 300 or 400 McFarlane figures, so like.
I don't know if you've seen this. This is Hang Toys.
Hang Toys.
Persian Empire.
It's a cool scenery, but what is it?
It's one of those weird random import figures, but it's essentially it's like a Persian dancer. It's like Faison body.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I do know what you're talking about.
It's like a Persian dancer essentially, and she's got a Faison body and all that stuff that goes with it, and comes with the articulation, the clothes. Let me just pull her out.
I remember seeing that on BBTS, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's where I got it from, BBTS. It looks like she has joints. No, they're seamless joints, but her legs plug in. Faison, but it's clean. Like the look is clean. The clothes are kind of pain in the ass, to be honest with you. I don't like the face scan. It looks like an old lady.
No, this one, that's great. bodies are great. I mean, you just got to take care of it.
Yeah, the body is good though. They did a good job with the body.
The Kang toy.
Lying.
Oops, sorry.
Kang toys. The Dragon Girl.
Oh, I didn't get that one. That looks dope.
Whoa.
I skipped that one too. I remember it coming out though.
That's a big ass weapon. Holy crap.
Yeah. Kang toys. Apparently, the next figure is like a. It seems like they're doing zodiac animals in female form, of course.
Oh, that's cool.
This is the dragon, and I want to say the next one was a tiger. I think it's up on pre-order. But this is really nice. You get this whole scenery in there. So
that's cool.
It's very, very similar relation to Snail Shell. So
what was that figure you were just holding? What's her name?
Milk Tea Girl.
She's probably stupid expensive right now.
If you need another one, if you need one, Brandon, I got an extra sitting at home.
Oh, she's probably cheap. Yeah, I'll take yours.
I'll look it up, but
no. Just whatever you're feeling. Whatever you feeling.
I mean,
Let's just go with that.
I always sell it for what I paid for it, honestly. So that's really how it works. So, like, I mean, it's a good figure. I have 2 of them, so.
And I guess now,
Fison, I guess. Let me ask you that question.
I don't have any Fison.
I'm just gonna block it out, but I have a shit ton of the Fison figures, and like that was my original body. I tried. Oh no, that's not true. I went through a lot of different styles of trying to find like the perfect female buck to use for soft goods and stuff like that. I ordered a lot through a lot of different places. This was a piece of crap. This was like eBay from China. It was like $10. Then I tried the Fison, which were again not bad, but they were just small.
Yeah, they're small. Definitely small.
Then Crazy Figure came in, and
I was gonna say we found a champion.
Yeah, then Crazy Figure was the champion, obviously, right?
Yeah.
That's why I bought so many of them. I was just like, dude, this is the perfect female buck. Yeah, exactly. The perfect female buck right here at 112 scale. You can't compete with this, and like it has like the best articulation, and the size is perfect. So I was just like, yeah. I ended up buying 15 of them, and I think I own 13 today. So
yeah, she sold quick.
She did sell out already, but dude, I've tried like a lot of different brands of like the female bucks, and it just wasn't working. Like none of them worked out except for the Crazy Girl one. That was the best one.
I'm amazed with what they did here because it's like Storm Collectibles where you use the soft overlay over this like plastic structure. Yeah. It works so well for articulation purposes. It's incredible. And I actually removed the upper torso piece, the just to see how you can take it on and off. And I'm like, oh, I get it now. I see here. And it's amazing. And feeling like this rubber sculpture overlay on, I guess, the pelvis part, the lower torso and the upper torso.
Yep.
It's weirdly makes a difference, especially when I know I'm going to upgrade to doing different soft good pieces to make certain characters. So I know I would absolutely want to get more of these. AliExpress has them for like $50-$60. I don't know if I'll pay that much for it.
The Romonkey female figures as well. That was a really good figure. Yeah. And then, those shot up though. They were like 100, 200. Like at this point, they were like $150 each. You got
wow.
I bought one for like $100. And I have the one body now, but Crazy Girl when it came, like the Crazy Figure 112 when it came out, I was like, I bought 2 I think to start with, and then I had it delivered, and I was like, holy crap, this is really nice. Then I just went ham and bought a bunch of them.
I haven't taken her chest off yet because I'm happy with the proportions God gave her from from factory default.
Like, to do that is like is pretty crazy with. And I think the only figure that I did this with is Sentinel Spider-Gwen. And I was amazed as hell that I could do this with Sentinel Gwen. But it's just so small. Spider-Gwen is really small from Sentinel.
Yeah.
It works though, but this is crazy good.
Yeah,
have you seen the next one they're doing of her art? The
tennis player.
With what? Who?
She's a tennis player.
Yeah, have you seen the tennis player crazy fig? The next one they're doing?
I need to see it. Look at
That's
this.
nice.
That's crazy.
Here you go. I got it right here if you want to see it.
Oh, I did see that. I realized that was crazy figure. Okay.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's the same female body. Now you just have different shoes, and then you have painted.
Painted hair.
Yeah, lollipop chainsaw girl.
Yep.
Yeah. I definitely want to pick that up too, actually. And that'll be one of the things again. Like you have artistic freedom to change a lot of things up, put different soft goods on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem I have, and I was just saying about the McFarlanes, is I want to get rid of them all, but there's going to be probably a small handful I'm going to keep, especially from the movie line, their movie line, because they don't make figures like Batman Forever and stuff, and all those. But I have her pulled, and this is one of the best females that he's ever done.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Poison Ivy, I don't know if you've played with this one, but
no.
If she was 6-inch scale, you wouldn't even know that this was a McFarlane figure. It's really good. He nailed it with this one. So I'm probably gonna keep her because she's pretty expensive too right now.
How much?
You're right.
I have an extra one.
Dude, she's probably up there. She could be $60 to $70, maybe even more.
We start getting rid of some toys, man.
You're right. That cherry picked McFarlane because there was just certain figures or certain characters where I'm just good one. That's a real good one. But and you're right, when keeping certain ones, the Batman Forever wave, so to speak.
Yep.
I mean that I don't blame you because that's a set and there's no other figures like that.
And I customized my Mr. Freeze. I used one of the the chrome pens and I chromed them all out and I painted them and stuff, and it really helps. The Arnold likeness it's decent, but having them all together on the shelf, especially with the Batman Forever mobile in the background, you're just it's hitting just so much nostalgia.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would be curious to see how that Arnold head looks on the Mezco Mr. Freeze.
It's honest. I don't.
Too big?
No, actually, McFarlane worked really well with Mezco.
Oh, okay.
I've done a lot of customs with McFarlane heads and body parts with Mezco figures. They work really well.
Since we're talking about females, just got to show this off one more time because I know you probably appreciate this art, but the Rogue. This is the the 1/6 scale Rogue. Is
the
Mondo?
Yeah,
the Mondo. I mean,
I had it.
You had it?
I had the timed exclusive version that four heads, I should say. I think 4 heads. And I had it. It was and I had Gambit, and I had Wolverine on the bed with the picture frame, and I was okay, I'm getting into this. I'm gonna get Magneto, I'll get Jubilee, I'll get Sabretooth, Omega Red, and it came to a point I'm I can't. It's too much, but I was I'll keep Rogue and Gambit. I'll keep. I'll just be okay, that's cool. I love those two. Those are some of my favorite X-Men characters.
Yeah,
but I needed money. I was I cannot. I had certain pre-orders, and if I really wanted to keep going with Mondo, I would have already buying other stuff from him, and I just pulled the trigger, and I sold that Rogue. I was oh, that hurts, but I don't think I'll ever buy it again because I was like this, and it's a beautiful figure. I absolutely loved it, really did.
But you're not really into 1/6 though, so
that's true. But because it was X-Men, it was animated series. That's what
the thing is what's where I'm having the dilemma here with those is there's for what they are. I mean, yeah, they're packing a lot of accessories in there, but they're very expensive. And for this
point,
I mean, that's what I'm struggling with because for the same money, I could get Hot Toys, and they're arguably got a lot more going on. Yeah,
it's $220 for that Rogue.
Yeah, that Rogue was $225.
Oh yeah, it's a no-brainer.
I mean, and it's just it's what the Marvel Legends should look like, basically. Like it's just a blown up Marvel Legend for all purposes.
A blown up Marvel Legends from like 2018 though, so the articulation isn't there.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, it has
but aesthetically, well, I mean,
it's like a statue though. Isn't that what I thought Mondo was? Like a statue almost.
Well, so
no,
I mean, it's got she's got single joints,
it has
but
some articulation, right?
It's got all the basic articulation.
Yeah, like she can do all the things.
What are you trying to make her do right now?
I'm just moving the joints, like ankle, double jointed knees. There's no thigh swivel, but
what about waist?
So it's like the standard female where this is all one piece, but you get the upper torso.
Marvel Legends. That was like 2016, 2017 Marvel Legends.
Supersized.
Yeah,
Marvel.
before they did the. It's like before they did the new body.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Okay. No, so didn't Marvel Legends go to the 1/6 realm for a little while too?
They did those 12-inch.
They had like the Deadpool, Captain America. I remember back in the day.
Yeah, because Bobby did the Daredevil.
Yeah.
Bobby did all of it. He did all.
I remember seeing the Deadpool like at Ross.
I used to have almost all of them except for the Daredevil, and I was missing.
Same.
Like. I don't remember which one I was missing, but I had them all nice. But this was way before I ever even thought I was going to be doing 1/6 scale, and I kind of sort of wish I still had them, but not really. I don't know. But
so, out of all the female figures that you have right now, what would you consider your favorite one?
Yeah, I'm trying to need to pre-order or put in my cart.
First, you think should
yeah, which one should I buy first before it shoots up in price, or it's too late?
Now, at this time, I'm really good with Snail Shell. Like I really enjoy it a lot. If you want something with nice soft goods, Joy Toy was actually really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that one that you showed off.
The Candy Frog and Rin and Lai. These have incredible soft goods and really it's pretty good articulation. And the joint doesn't really do much, or the head, I should say. But yeah, I love Snail Shell. Which one?
The Asian schoolgirl from Frontline Chaos.
Oh, those are like 3 different ones, right?
Yeah, they had 3, but I had the blonde. I have the blonde-haired one, I think.
You're right.
I mean, I could go grab them if you just give me a second.
Do you have the? Do you have any of the Metal Slug females?
No, what is that? That is
I forgot the brand.
Tunchi Studio. Those are nice. I just like the proportions though, because I know the head was slightly bigger. Because
gotcha.
It was definitely Metal Slug. If you actually looked at Konami's game and his Metal Slug franchise, looks the proportions are very similar to it. I just was like, I'm okay. The one that just came out, Fog Toys and figure that came with that robot rider, that looks great. That looks like a Joy Toy. in my eyes. But it seems like Fog Toys did a great job with the soft goods articulation for that one as well. I don't have it. It was too expensive for me because it was like $150 because I just wanted the figure. I didn't care for the vehicle that it came with.
Yeah.
If you look up M from Fog Toys, you'll see what I mean. But Snail Shell, for me, I'm really loving their stuff, and I think it's more so because I'm more heavily into anime. So these like weird character designs and them doing it's ridiculous. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Did you pre-order the Gun Girl from who made that? Ramaki?
That was Ramaki. That was the name Jessica?
No. Yeah. No, I did not.
That looks like a really fun figure too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have that pre-ordered.
Okay.
I think I do.
Like the Ramaki body style is also one of those like really well articulated.
Yeah.
This one comes with soft goods as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I figured I'll jump on it before it gets the third or the aftermarket prices, which is always yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I think I'm good. I grabbed everything that I did want to talk about, which I'm actually impressed that I got to actually talk about it with you guys. So
we are very organized here at Figure Fight Club.
Look at
that. Again, like, where can we find you, Art? Go ahead and give yourself a shout out.
So here on my little name tag thing, you can find me at YouTube at RG Collection, where I do toy hunting, and I'm doing more reviews than I have been before. So I'm actually excited about doing reviews because I want to do some extra things that's kind of outside of my comfort zone. But toy hunting, if you have toy hunting, where I find some of the newest stuff as well as liquidated fig find for real cheap, you can definitely check me out for that because sometimes it's surprising as hell. You can find me on Instagram at artg_collection, where I actually try and do some of my figure photography as well as some of my effects that I did sell at Legion's Con. And I know there was a lot of people that have tried out my effects and they've tagged me as well with that they've done, and I'm absolutely floored with some of the amazing pictures that people have done for my effects. So there's that as well, so you can check me out there on IG.
Nice.
And yeah, as he said, you can see him at Legion's Con and maybe some other places, and I'm still very embarrassed I didn't I bought you at Legion's Con. Dude, I bought it for you Friday night. You were my first purchase.
Yeah, because technically it wasn't Legion's Con yet. It was still set up.
Yeah,
you were in.
Yeah,
and I was like, I just assumed you were a exhibitor, just like me.
He exhibits with his wallet.
I do. I mean, I was helping out, Ish, my buddy, and then I was like walking around talking to people. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm embarrassed by it now. But yes, I remember because I probably have you on video somewhere. And I just got to go look.
There you go.
Dig. But again, I appreciate the Mandalorian and the Grogu. It's sitting nicely in my closet right now. And make sure to follow Art on Instagram and YouTube. You already hit us 7,000 subscribers, and hopefully there'll be many, many more.
I hope so too.
Again, thank you for sharing your journey and sharing your passion about these Snail Shell and frontline chaos figures.
Yeah, I'm about to go broke.
He's about to behind and is sitting right now. It's all McFarlane, so eventually it's gonna be all gone. It's
gonna be all perverted female figures in the background.
Nice.
We'll all be wearing ninja masks eventually, right? So
yeah, we'll have to cover our face eventually.
But again, thank you for being on. I appreciate it. This will air eventually, sometime soon. Actually, not soon, but it'll be either end of March or sometime in April. We haven't figured the date out yet, but I'll make it fun.
Cool.
So again, I appreciate it. Art, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Chat,
I appreciate it.
appreciate you guys always being there, the replay squad, and all you guys.
If you made it this far, fist the chat. Put some fists in the chat so we can see if you've made it this far.
Fist the chat, don't you? Let's fist the chat, guys. Thank you again. Take care. Peace out. To speak.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just a see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. We'll keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.